So Virginia Kruta is a writer for the Daily Caller. Now, the Daily Caller is a very conservative publication, and she decided to travel into the belly of the beast and see what the fuss is about when it came to Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Now, she had wrote an op-ed based on her experience in the Daily Caller. Let me read some of that. She said, over the years, I have attended my share of political events, Tea Party protests, a Rick Perry speech on tax cuts, a Ted Cruz rally, and even a speech given by President Donald Trump earlier this year. But nothing prepared me for the stark difference in tone. And what does she mean by that? I mean, look, I guess hearing Ted Cruz talk about or do a rally or Rick Perry talking about tax cuts, I mean, I guess it's different than an actual energetic rally with real people. Just saying. But no, let's go forward into what she thinks is the tone. She says, I was surrounded by a group of women who were discussing over drinks the reasons they had gotten involved in politics. The two things they all had in common were anger and fear. One even said, quote, I just couldn't stand being angry and afraid all the time. Look at those liberals. They're so angry. They're always so afraid. And they're pissed off. Well, let me give you a couple of reasons why people should be angry and afraid. For one, Roe v. Wade might actually be in a little bit of danger. Thanks to, of course, the Supreme Court opening and the possibility of Judge Kavanaugh. But you don't think corporate Democrats would actually vote to confirm Kavanaugh? Well, they did confirm Judge Gorsuch. Looking at Manchin, Heitkamp, a lot of these conservative Democrats that won in very red states. So that is a possibility, even though it actually probably will be further off into the future. But anyway, let's go further, right? We also have a president that constantly tweets out threats to other countries. Like, for example, Iran or North Korea. And you can say, well, North Korea worked out great. Well, did it? What did we actually get from the North Korea deal? Did we get any sort of nuclear verification? Did they actually sign on to something that was complete nuclear disarmament? They did not. In fact, satellite imagery showed that they're actually expanding their nuclear facilities. Wonderful. Congratulations. Didn't really do a whole lot. Not only that, but President Trump's been putting tariffs on allied countries. And look, that has hurt a lot of farmers. In fact, President Trump is coming out with legislation, or not legislation, but with a call for legislation to help embattled farmers affected by the tariffs. You also have companies like Harley-Davidson that are relocating to Thailand, and all sorts of different things going on. So, look, if you're not scared about your job, you're not scared about, the economy, if you're not scared about being impacted by the tariffs, well, then you're not paying attention. Now, as far as anger goes, well, look, a lot of us have been screwed over by the establishment Democrats, establishment Republicans, especially Republicans as of lately because of taxes, healthcare, social programs. When that happens, it tends to make you a little bit angry. So, in fact, as I said before, if you're not angry, you're not paying attention. But of course, this whole narrative is basically crafted as, look at these angry liberals, snowflakes. But anyway, here's the thing. Go back to the Tea Party, right, and tell me that people weren't angry. Those Tea Party protests, yes, those people were actually angry. And originally, they were actually mad about the bank bailouts. Until, of course, that changed, and suddenly the message is, be mad at Obama, be mad at Obamacare. So, but anyway, that is a little bit of context. Now let's get to the truly terrifying part. Ocasio Cortez spoke, followed by Bush, and this is her writing, and that's Cori Bush, by the way, who she's stumping for. And I saw something truly terrifying. I saw just how easy it would be, were I less involved and less certain of our nation's founding and its history, to fall for the populist lines they were shouting from that stage. Now, let me mention that those populist lines are actually things like, I don't know, a living wage, healthcare. But wait, let me go into her quotes on that. She said, quote, "I saw how easy it would be as a parent to accept the idea my children deserve healthcare and education. I saw how easy it would be as someone who has struggled to make ends meet to accept the idea that a living wage was a human right. Above all, I saw how easy it would be to accept the notion that it was the government's job to make sure those things were provided." Well, certainly the private sector is not doing a fantastic job about that. That is, to her, terrifying. This has got to be like a satire piece. She's like, oh my God, terrifying how people who are doing terrible, who are being crushed by the system, who have seen their wages be stagnant throughout, for the last 30, 40 years, to see that message and go, yeah, I like that. I like that message. That resonates with me. She thinks that's terrifying. Amazing. And she still must be reeling from that horrible ordeal having to go there, right? In fact, she's going to go on Fox News and she's going to explain how she felt when she was there. Take a look at that.
Virginia, as a conservative, when you're sitting in that audience or standing in that audience and you're listening to that message, how did it make you feel? Were you angry? Were you more drawn to that?
I was mostly uncomfortable because I was surrounded by a group of people who were talking about how they had gotten involved because they were tired of being angry all the time. And it seems like so much effort to be angry about everything instead of to focus on what you could do to change it.
I felt uncomfortable. I mean, these people talking about how they're angry. And it must be so hard being angry all the time without doing anything to change it. That's why they're there. That's why they're there supporting a candidate. That's why they're getting involved in the political process. Because they want to change things. That's amazing. Well, they're just sitting around at a campaign rally supporting politicians who promise change and are actually pushing for that change. But they should be doing something instead. They are doing something. That's hilarious, man. Now, as far as being uncomfortable, I wonder if she felt uncomfortable at that Trump speech she went to. Probably he was either talking about himself, how much he won it over Hillary Clinton, probably a little bit of lock her up got thrown in there, hatred against immigrants, things like that. I wonder if she was uncomfortable then. I don't know. But here's the thing. I think they're scared. I think they're terrified of progressives. I think they're terrified of the message. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.